And this time the trick worked. I could see Mr. Ringling. He started to smile a little bit. He was perking up. He said to me, he said, "You're going to make a lot of people laugh and smile with those new tricks, Lou." Let me ask you something, Lou. What do you think it is that brings people into the circus every single night? I said, "Mr. Ringling, I know what that is. People need to hear something different. People need to see something different. People need to laugh a little. People need to feel better." He said, "What did you say?" I said, "People need to laugh a little." He said, "No, after that. People need to feel better." Yes, that, Lou. People need to feel better. That's why they come to the circus. And there's nothing that can make somebody feel better than to stand in a room with their neighbors, friends, and children and laugh out loud at some silly joke. Lou, did you know that if you could make somebody laugh for 5 minutes, you could extend their lifespan by 2 weeks? I said, "Why, I had no idea. I had never thought about it." He said, "Well, I have, Lou. I've thought about it a lot. And I've realized that people come to the circus for, above all things, to forget their everyday problems, to feel better, to laugh a little, and to get just that one moment where they can feel free enough and strong enough to deal with those everyday problems, the struggles, the bad news, the unbelievable losses we have to deal with every single day." You've seen it, Lou, haven't you? The way people feel better after your performance? I told him, yes, I have seen it. He said, "Lou, you've only been here with the circus for 3 years. I already think you're one of the best. I think you've made a huge contribution, not just to the circus, but to the whole country. I've got to go now. I hope you have a good night, whatever's left of it. I'll bid you au revoir, good night." I stayed up most of that night working on my props. Finally, I got to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, the other clowns were buzzing. I said, "What's up?" "I guess you haven't heard. John Ringling's wife's come down real sick with the Addison's disease. Doctor says he has no idea whether she's going to make it or not." And it was true. Mabel Ringling didn't last even another year. That was followed by a bad marriage, followed by a stroke, and then a financial collapse that followed him all the way to his demise in 1936. For my part, I stayed with the circus my whole life. I stayed up until the day I heard somebody say this, and it wasn't the first time I heard it. They said, "We all know that Lou Jacobs can still fall down, but can he still get back up?" Then I started teaching at the Clown College. It was a great career. It was a great life. But I'll always remember the night that John Ringling came into my tent and all the kind things he said to me. It was a beautiful evening. It was a beautiful memory, and I'll never forget it. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Get in there and write. All right.
all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So that's not only